and I am 28 years old. I am happily married to my wife of 24 years. We have been married for about 4 years now, and I cherish our relationship very much. However, I must confess that lately I have been experiencing a strong and uncontrollable attraction to my mother-in-law, Dorothy. She is a mature woman of 47 years of age with a beautiful and captivating figure. She currently lives in another city with her husband, but 6 months ago she lived in the same city as us, and we often met each other. During these meetings, I noticed that our gazes sometimes met, and I sensed a certain interest on her part. Perhaps she was eager for companionship, as her husband only came to see her once every 6 months. It is understandable that she might have felt a lack of intimacy. In fact, even before our marriage to her daughter, I caught her trying to seduce me at my future wife's birthday party. I vividly remember the details of that moment: her dress, her legs, the polish on her nails, and the tantalizing scent of perfume. She possessed a youthful charm that could rival any young woman. One day, my mother-in-law decided to visit us without her husband, as he was busy at work. Since it was my day off, I offered to pick her up from the train station in my car. Unfortunately, my wife could not leave work earlier and could join us only late in the evening. It was a warm fall day when Dorothy stepped out of the car, dressed in jeans and a simple white blouse. Although her outfit was unremarkable, her presence had an arousing effect on me. Her brown eyes sparkled with a unique brilliance, and we exchanged a kiss on the cheek, after which I took her bag and we headed towards the parking lot. "How was your trip?" I inquired. "Not great," she replied. "It was stuffy and cramped on the train. Perhaps I should have dressed lighter." "So, Patrick, are you free today?" "Yes, I purposely took the day off because I wanted to meet you." "Why?" "You shouldn't have done that." "I could have done it myself. The bag isn't heavy." I objected. "Please calm down. It's not a problem for me, especially since we haven't seen each other for a long time." We reached the car. I put the bag in the back seat. Dorothy sat in the front seat next to me. We drove off. "How is your husband doing?" I asked. "Oh, the same as always. Working, then lying on the couch as usual." Dorothy sighed in response. "Why does he pay so little attention to you? And how was your home renovation?" "Yes, he's like that. With age, he gets lazier and lazier, and in bed no longer wants to please me. He didn't help me with the renovation. I did everything myself. You should have asked us. We would have come and helped." "When would you have come?" "You have work, and on vacation, you need to rest." "That's it. We're here," I said, and started to help Dorothy out of the car, offering her my hand. She smiled in surprise. We got out of the car, took the elevator, and entered the apartment. "I'll take the car to the garage, and you can make yourself at home." "Thank you, Patrick." "Do you want me to heat up something to eat?" "No, I'm not hungry yet. You eat, and I'll eat later." I went to drive the car away, and there was only one thing on my mind. I dreamed of her. I imagined walking into the apartment and her rushing up to me and kissing me while my wife wasn't home. I fantasized during the drive to the garage. I drove the car away and came home. When I entered the house, the sound of the shower came from the bathroom. I quietly changed my clothes and decided to spy on her while she washed. Since she was unaware of my presence, I cautiously approached the door and found it unlocked. My heart raced with excitement. I was afraid that Dorothy might catch me and inform my daughter that I was peeping at her mommy. Just then, I heard the shower turn off. Dorothy began to dry herself off. A minute later, she came out with a towel over her body and bare feet. She had a stunning burgundy pedicure on her toenails. She asked with a nonchalant look, "Were you peeping on me?" No, I just opened the door. I wanted to wash my hands, but I saw you and left right away." I started to make excuses. "No, you were standing there for a long time, I know," said Dorothy with a smile. "Not at all. I was just—" Silence. "I'll tell everything, daughters. How could you? I'm your wife's mom." How are you not ashamed? Started reprimanding me mother-in-law. I'm sorry, please. Maybe I shouldn't tell her. It could end badly. Okay, I know what we will do, my mother-in-law suddenly declared. Since you've seen me, it's only fair that I see you too. Take off your clothes. I was taken aback by her request and asked, Are you serious? She persisted and repeated, Get undressed quickly. Reluctantly, I began to remove my clothes until I was completely naked. Good. Now watch this, my spy, Dorothy said as she removed her towel. At that moment, I felt like all my dreams were about to come true. I started making wishes, just like when I was a kid. I want this, and this, and this, exclaimed I. Dorothy, I've waited so long for this moment, I finally admitted. Sweet son-in-law, it wasn't hard to see. You were ogling me so much that I almost went crazy with desire. And that's when it all started, and that's when it all spun. I don't have the verbal ability to describe the emotions I felt for the next 2 hours. However, when my wife came home from work that evening and we sat down to dinner together, my mother-in-law and I acted as if nothing had happened. One day I